So in this game, we're playing on the map Arena. I am playing as the Bulgarians, and I am playing against BM572, who is playing as the Sicilians. So the thing about the Sicilians is they're one of the new civilizations, so they have a bit of a gimmicky structure to them at the moment. They can make donjons, which are basically larger towers, and then they can create their unique unit out of them, even in the feudal age. So that's something I have to think about as I prepare for what we're going to do. Right now, I'm just scouting my own base, grabbed all my sheep. Speed up through this first part. And yeah, that's me. I changed my name briefly to Scout Eat TC because I'm so famous for just riding my scout straight into the town center of the enemy. And because every time they do an update to the maps, they get rid of the mods, so the small trees mod wasn't working for me on this game. So I had to deal with the large trees. So what I tend to do on Arena, rather than push every single deer in, is I push the first one in, send 4 to it, and then I don't think I meant to do that. Yeah, okay. That was an oops. But I send 4 to the deer, and then after that, I'll send them off to get the rest of the deer walking. So when you send 4, that means they can chop the whole deer and not have to leave any there before they walk back. So that's why I do that. I feel like it's valuable to scout the rest of the map while I go up to Castle Age. So with Bulgarians, I tend to go with a siege tower and drop some long swords into someone's base, although I don't think I go with that strategy on this game. I figure Sicilians, one of their first things they're going to do when they get to Castle Age is they're going to build extra town centers. Their villagers build town centers 100% faster, so they build them twice as fast. And once they do, then their unique tech, which is called the First Crusade, they spawn 10 sergeants, their unique unit, for every town center that they have, up to a max of 5. So the Sicilian play will be to build 5 town centers. And if the guy has built 5 town centers in his base, my longswords are not going to do a whole lot of good because he'll just garrison his town centers and kill them. So I am thinking maybe I won't go with that play this time. Instead, probably make use of my cray posts. You see, he has a lot on wood. He's actually got 11 on wood, so he's prepping to make town centers in the next age. So I'm not sure why it slowed down like that, but that's okay. I'm on my way up to Castle Age. He's a little bit slower here. Let's see what's going on his base. Okay, now he just clicked up. He was probably lacking the food. So yeah, 13 on wood. Okay, so that's how he's going to be able to make all those town centers. Knowing that, I'll just avoid my standard play, and I'm already on stone so that I can make a cray post. I probably should already be sending some villagers forward to make it, but, you know, it is what it is. Making a town center. He's still almost to Castle Age. Alright, so he deletes that lumber camp, gonna make a town center. Yep, so here come the 3 villagers. I sent the ones that were on the berries forward. Ooh, he could have seen that, but I'm also making long swords because I do expect sergeants to come out, which are basically an infantry type unit, and I figured one of the best ways to deal with that is other infantry. Now he could... No, okay, looks like he's just missing out on being able to see any of this going on. So that's good for me, although he wouldn't be able to stop it if he did notice it. After I make this, I'm going to make a mining camp to grab some more gold. I'm on 2 town centers. How many does he have now? He has 3 town centers. Now he's getting a 4th town center. See, by this time, I would just now be getting close to enough longswords ready to be able to drop over his walls, and he would have 4 town centers in here. I wouldn't be able to do a whole lot. So now I'm shooting the gate, which I'm doing that to make him nervous, so that he knows, okay, well, the enemy is right outside my walls, and he's already breaking my walls. So I want him to maybe not get to that 5th town center, and then, or maybe not quite get to a castle. Although he's got 11 on stone right now, so he's definitely thinking castle. Meanwhile, I've just got these. I've also got some conics in my Krapos. Conics are the Bulgarian unique unit. It's a cavalry unit, but once the horse dies, then the rider just gets off the horse and starts fighting as an infantry unit. So you sort of get 2 units for the cost of 1. And I really like it. So he's not going for relics. Neither of us are, really. Let me see what I've got for... I've only got a few conics. So... not... And unfortunately, I have a longsword just stuck behind this. He can't get out, so that's just a wasted unit. But I'm going to leave him there just in case the barracks tries to do that again. So that'll at least occupy the space so it doesn't happen. Siege workshop. So I'm thinking I probably am going to have to bust my way through another set of walls and then knock down some town centers. I have enough for another Krapos. I'm not sure if I'll go for another Krapos or if I'll wait till I have enough for a castle. Still only on 2 town centers. So 56 villagers for me, 67 for him. This is the power of having 4 town centers pumping out villagers all at once. Meanwhile, I am still waiting to make my move. One good thing about waiting to make a move is that the enemy doesn't know what units you're using. And he has not sent anything out to try to scout what I'm doing. In fact, his scout is still just sitting here. He's forgotten about it. Has he? He's scouted most of the center, but he just left it there. Couple idle villagers. Alright, so sending the longswords into the battering rams. So that's going to be my first attempt at breaking in. So, okay, he's researching First Crusade now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He just made his 5th town center. So he's going to instantly spawn 10 sergeants at each town center, and he's probably going to send them off to try to kill this Krapos and give himself some breathing room. Yeah, so there's the 10 sergeants at each town center. Here, 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 and here. And off he goes. So now he's active with his scout. He's distracting my Krapos, actually. I don't realize that he's coming in from the right side, so I actually go in from the other side. But I've also got 10 conics in here, so My thought process is break in, build a cray post right in front of his town center. Okay, and now is when I start to see the sergeants coming. And so I release my conics. I meant to release them over here to fight the sergeants, but I ended up sending a lot that way. Trying to go in for that town center and at the same time build a cray post here inside his base. That would be really good. It would block the wood and a lot of farms. But I'm actually going to win this fight against the sergeants. 8 plus 2 and 60 HP. So 10 attack. I might have 13 attack and 100 HP. Plus when they get off, they turn into dismounted conics with another 45 HP. So I actually survived the First Crusade. And I walled in my villager here because he was attacking with villagers to try to prevent me from getting the cray post up. Now I'm sending my military in to deal with those villagers. So he has to accept that I'm in now. Now his long swords on his gold. So this isn't going well for him. I'm going to lose these units eventually, but I've also done a lot of damage to him. So now I've got 76 villagers. My eco's been untouched. Now he's down to 60. He had 67 earlier and making more. So this has done a fair amount of damage. And I'm making more conics. He managed to get that sergeant in there. Oh! Okay, got one villager, but I still had the one left, so that's good. Gonna go kill some sergeants with that cray post. Actually, probably kill this town center first. He's making another castle over here. So what do I see at this point? I don't see this castle or that castle. I don't see any castle. But having seen all those sergeants come at me, I know that there is a castle somewhere. So I will have to deal with that eventually. I'm making more conics. Killed that town center. And I'm like, you know what? I could just make a town center right there. Start making my own villagers. So 77 villagers for me, 61 for him, so he's trying to reboom now. I'm not doing that great of a job. Actually, okay, and I didn't see this in real time. So he broke my gate with some of those sergeants. And it's just 2 sergeants in here, but they're going to kill all these villagers. So I'm not even noticing at all. So that's 5 villagers on the farms before I notice. So, good counterattack on his part. I wonder if he might have sent some petards to go in through the gate there. Meanwhile, I'm still able to get a lot of hits in on villagers. Oh, wow, yeah. So he used a petard against the town center. So I think he definitely used a petard to get into my base. And now it's like 7 villagers he's killed. I'm making more villagers, so I'm actually more villagers now than when he broke in, but I'm losing them almost as fast as I'm making them. He's making more sergeants, but they're just not working against the conics. And I still have not noticed that he's got sergeants in my base. I wonder when I finally do notice. He's probably killed 11 or 12 villagers now. And this scout is set on stand ground, so he's not even going to try to protect. Alright, so killing this town center. So I noticed he's an Imperial Age, and I'm like, wait, what? That could be a problem. Now, I only have 11 farmers now. He's literally killing all my farmers. So, 10 farmers. I got 43 on wood and 10 farmers. I tried to attack that town center. It didn't work. How he's attacking my gold villagers. Man, this has been going on for probably 5 minutes, and I have not noticed. I just haven't looked at my economy at all. This is when I finally see that he has eco over here. So I will go over there eventually. But not before I lose all these gold villagers. And how many farmers did I lose? Oh, a ton. But I'm still 76 villagers. I had 77 when he started this. So, but the problem is they're all going to wood. Because I have my gather point set on wood. And here too. So, oops. Meanwhile, let's see what he's doing. I'm building a castle on the side there. I don't really know. Yeah, I finally see those castles. I still haven't noticed this. He's trying to send a sergeant that way. That's not going to work. Up to 82 villagers now, and he is down to 31. So, despite the carnage in my base, that I could have easily just stopped by noticing this and just garrisoning a town center, killing these two sergeants. I've actually done a lot more damage to his eco than he's done to mine. He's finally switching over to pikemen, which is a pretty good counter to conics because it'll knock them off the horse pretty quickly, at least. Although they're going after the villagers, so they're just going to die. So he's sending more sergeants in, and I finally garrison the TC, and I'm like, holy crap. How long has this been going on? I've only got 8 farmers now, and I'm like hurting for food. I don't have any villagers on gold. In fact, I just sold at the market to get some more gold. Okay, so the pikemen are good against the conics when they're on their horses, but then once the conics get off the horse and they're dismounted conics, then they kill the pikemen pretty easily, so that's actually tough. Now, to keep him from sending more sergeants through, I finally just plugged that hole in the gate. He's an Imperial Age, so he's going to try to treb me down. We'll see how successful that is. I can see the treb. I don't know if I actually notice it yet, but meanwhile, I'm going to send a couple of longswords this way. So longswords have 10 attack, so do the sergeants. So they're pretty similar. He's got more than one though, so probably has more upgrades. Alright, so now I see the trebuchet. He sees my conics. I'm repairing the cray post. Gonna try to bring the pikemen to the town center to eat some of that town center fire so they don't kill my conics. I'm probably gonna lose that cray post. The next one's, yeah. But I have a castle now, so I'm not too concerned about that. I should have dove in a little earlier, to be honest, because I could probably kill this trebuchet if I tried. So still only 9 farmers, so I really need to reorganize my eco and realize that I don't have food anymore. Alright, so he is repairing the trebuchet. Turns out I did not get the I did not kill the trebuchet with the conics there, so now he's coming in with the pikes. Gonna try to kill my trebuchet. If I notice, probably not gonna. Okay, so I do notice. He's probably still gonna get it, but I have another one coming in. So you see, they knock them off the horse pretty quickly, but now that they're dismounted, they wipe up the pikemen. So yeah, he's got 27 villagers. He's got 30 population, and while I got 109 population, I'm still just now repopulating my farms. And I'm still working on this trebuchet. Gonna build another cray post. And now I sent some rams around this way to go in for the castle, thinking quite accurately, actually, that he would not notice. Once you're being attacked somewhere, you don't get multiple attack noises to let you know that, hey, you're getting attacked somewhere else. So it's kind of hard to notice all the different places you're being attacked at once. So yeah, that castle's going to go down if he doesn't notice. I mean, it only takes a couple of melee units, so a couple of sergeants this way, and he could clear these battering rams up. It's still castle age battering rams. Now I'm trebbing this castle, battering this one down. It's not looking good for him. He's down to 21 pop. And yeah, see, now he's got a sergeant that popped out. He can take care of these battering rams before they get to the TC. But he lost his castle. He's going to lose another one here to this trebuchet. And he's only got 21 population. Yeah, see, it could be so easy to kill those, but he didn't notice. Just like I didn't notice him in my village. So he finally calls the GG and resigns. Let's see, what does my eco look like here? 90 villagers, 17 on farms. So finally starting to recover, but I thought that was an interesting game. It was one way to survive the First Crusade and actually keep pushing. So it required a little thinking on my part. So thought it was worth showing. $185 units killed. I also lost 134, so that's a lot. But I killed 24 buildings. 37 is his largest army. That's surprising, because I thought he got 50 sergeants there. Got to castle age faster, although that's not a great fast castle time. And I finally got to imperial age there towards the end. Got my own trebuchets out, but not before he did. So he had a rockin' eco there until I popped into his base and started killing things. It wasn't until the end that I finally had my villager high. There's the First Crusade where he clicked that tech and got all those sergeants. So his military numbers just shot up. And then, unfortunately, he lost them all as we had this battle here in front of his base, underneath the cray post. So the melee damage from my conics and the arrows being shot from the cray posts were what helped me survive that. And then we just kept fighting in his base, and actually he had a bunch killing in my village as well, but I didn't realize.